Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom Quee. Thank you so much for joining me. Before we get to today's guest, please follow me at Battle Rap Resume on the Twitter. If you want to know about upcoming episodes, I share old episodes, clips and stuff like that. You can engaging with battlers, engaging with yourself, send me a message on there. Also, if you want to get in touch, battlerapresume@gmail.com. Please also subscribe for the YouTube, subscribe on iTunes. Leave us a review on iTunes. That would be greatly appreciated. There's a real help to the show. What else is there to do? You can go to our Patreon page if you want to listen to Battle Rap Resume episodes early, you want exclusive content, you want to just help the show. I only ask basically £1 a month. That gives you access to all the archival stuff out there. You can donate more if you want. There's other tiers on there. Go on the page, just check it out, patreon.com/Battle Resume. See if there's anything interesting. If you do want to give back, that would be greatly appreciated. We also have a redbubble.com shop. You can pick up Battle Rap Resume t-shirts and all that good stuff. But I just want to get into the episode really. And my guest today, anyone from this era I'm megally interested in, from the 2012 Killer Crop to a certain extent. But it's so much more than that, Double L. And Double L, how's it going, man?
It's all good, bro. I'm chilling, man. Literally, just Sunday.
Yeah.
Chilling out, bro, man.
I mean, I have to ask you, I'm from the Midlands, so originally, Sutton Coldfield.
Yeah,
Cool. I know Wolves a little bit. I've got friends there, so I've been there a bit. I have to ask before we get into the battles themselves. When are you and Pete Cashmore going to battle for King of Wolves?
Yeah, possibly never. You know what? Yeah, I saw him last night. Bro.
Oh right.
I just saw him in a random pub,
Right.
Saw him that's kind of mad you just mentioned.
Yeah.
I saw him last night. Yeah, because he's from Wolves.
Yeah. I mean, I'm being a little ignorant. Who else is from Wolves that battles?
There's no one that battles. No. Can't really think. There's a few people who've done clashes, like grime clashes and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Well, I wouldn't class them as a battler.
No.
You know what I mean? MG's battled a few times, isn't it?
Right, but no one like of you and Cashmore's sort of caliber. You're equivalent in my eyes, Double L, you know what I mean? Was that how you started then? You said grime clashes. Was that kind of before battling or?
I've heard a few people say similar things to what I want to say now, which is as a grime MC, it was just I never thought, I'm going to battle. It's just that's just what you have to do, innit? Do you get me? You have to do that. You just have to do it, innit? You got no choice, really. If you want to be classed as a good MC, when I was a kid, you had to clash people, innit? You had to, innit? Mm-hmm. So it was just normal for me, really. That's how I picked it up. Just I probably battled in the playground first, do you get me? At school.
Yeah.
I battled in the playground at school. I can remember doing that. I was probably 13.
Yeah. When a big crowd, and it's what a great atmosphere those school battles are. Nothing else. That
one video, but I'm grime. I am so. I come straight from grime, and I had quite a lot of stuff on MySpace and that. I had thousands and thousands of views and everything on MySpace and ages ago.
And
I was I was known around my ends as a grime spitter in it from the age of 13, 14.
Right.
There's a few big crews and stuff like that, and people you've heard of Zio. Have you heard of Zio? Do you know Zio?
I haven't heard of Zio, but I guess I'm a little naive on that topic. But
yeah, man, it was just grime, and you have to clash in it. You clashing in you just have to clash in it, man. So I think that comes out in my style, though. Really, it's kind of obvious, really. I think it is in a way. That I'm not really a massive hip hop fan, to be honest.
Right.
I like hip hop, but I'm a lot more British kind of. Obviously, first people I listened to was Biggie and stuff like that, but I'm not really into this era of hip hop, so I'm more English music, man.
Yeah. And were you always, even back on the MySpace days, were you always Double L?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's always been your moniker, yeah. So I guess it is. I never really quite realised why you were called Double L until I added you on Facebook. I was his initials are Double L. I didn't know. Right? But no, yeah. And so when this tryout that we're going to get into now, you versus Dialect, widely regarded as one of the best tryouts ever.
This guy's an idiot. I'll rip him apart. See, I knew this guy was a prick from the start, but he deserves a round of applause. This is the first time he's been in a room full of man without a sex toy or a dick up his arse. This guy loves you up the the arse. No matter the time, date, or place, he can fit it in. That's why the circumference of his anus is the same size as the tin I put my biscuits in.
It's one of the only tryouts that doesn't have tryout in the name. You know, you would never know. Like you when you guys go on stage here to the Test 10, obviously everyone knows this event. There's so many people there. This is like a classic Don't Flop event, you know. Very much when the tide was turning in their favour and they were getting so popular. And I mean, what were you watching Don't Flop a lot before you got into this? Were you seeing its rise or?
Bro, like honestly, I swear to God, like I watched probably 2 battles before I battled, you know.
Oh shit.
Like, honestly, I swear to God, I never knew acapella battles existed. I never knew people done that.
Yeah,
that's God's honest truth. And someone from Wolves messaged me and was like, "Oh, you like, who was it? You know, Baron Mind. Have you ever heard of Baron Mind?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like, I never even knew who he was, but he was like, he must have seen my videos and stuff. And he knew like who I was, and he was like, "You'd be sick of this," you know. I think it was him.
Right.
I think it was him. It was someone like that anyway. I think it was him. Someone was like, "Yeah, you'd be sick at this. Watch this." Like, and I watched 2 clashes. I think I watched Sensor vs. O'Shea, the first one maybe.
Yeah.
And what else did I watch? It was something like that anyway. It was one of them kind of battles. I think O'Shea was the first person I'd watched. I just thought, yeah, I'd be sick at this. Like, do you get me? Yeah.
And how did you actually get the tryout? Did you just literally reach out and?
Yeah, I just messaged them. You know, we weren't like. I messaged them with a video and I was just on it straight away. And then I think I was always supposed to battle that one. Yeah. Yeah. But I never knew the scale of what that event would be. Do you get what I'm saying? I never knew it would be that big of an event. Like I never understood what was like to the test was like the biggest event of the year. I never knew none of that shit. You get me? I thought I was just turning up to class, whatever. Like, well, obviously when you say it now, that was like one of the biggest. That'd be like the equivalent of being on friggin' a tryout, being on thingy, like a birthday event or something. But I never knew that. You get me?
Yeah, no, completely. I mean, but before the battle, as people were filtering in and you're about to stand on stage, how are you feeling?
I suppose I felt the same as I would for any class, like really. But like obviously, I knew I had to perform. Like in front of that kind of crowd, I knew I had to perform. And like, do you get me?
Yeah.
But I knew that anyway, I suppose.
Yeah.
I wouldn't shock or nothing. Like, to be fair, bet as nervous as I get now probably before a battle.
Yeah, you know, I understand that. And I mean, Dialect, it's his hometown, you know, to a certain extent. You don't really feel that too much in the battle, to be fair. The crowd are pretty partial. You know, he goes in basically asking who the fuck is this Double L character. You're about as useful as Christopher Reeves or Stephen Hawking giving a speech or demonstration on people walking.
I'll be honest with the Dialect. That's a sick one. I'll be honest with the Dialect thing. I reckon he was a lot more. He kind of knew the battle. I think he'd been watching it for a lot longer than me. Like he was more. I understand why I lost that battle. You get me now? Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. He was like a lot more polished in the fact that he knew how to structure around and shit like that. Yeah. Shit like that. I'd never even thought about that. I just wrote bars and fucking just spat him in it. Do you get me? I never thought about like structuring around. He was like a lot more polished than me at the start, innit?
No, I get that. Because you said earlier that you only watched 2 battles, and you can. It's not that it's amateur or anything, but now that you say that, it kind of makes more sense. He's a bit more direct. You know, he says a bar that hurts me a little, Double L. The bit between the scrotum and the crack. He calls that the Midlands.
He's got some sick bars in that class. I'd never remember these bars. Like
no. Of course, that's what I'm here for, man. Because I mean, otherwise, yeah. But this is his first. So you basically start off by saying "fuck Gary Speed." Do you remember that?
I'll tell you why I did that. Yeah. I'll tell you why I did that. Yeah, because I shouldn't have done that. Like I know, I just done it. Because like I could just sense in the room that it was like a Leeds thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I just knew it. And someone had dropped a bar about Gary Speed, and everyone went mad. I think it was Zen or something like that.
Okay.
From the home of Gary Speed or something like that, and the crowd went mad. So I thought, it's like a proper Leeds atmosphere in here. You get me? And I thought, what could I do to just think, fuck it, and like get me and just make them sure. I just wanted to make them sure that I wasn't shook. You get me?
Yeah.
That's the kind of way I felt. That's why I done it. I just thought,
Yeah. People definitely gets a bit of reaction to it, but in a good way. And the crowd are lively. Really, really strong presence you have on stage. Like the announcement that you have is definitely quite captivating. Dialect to you, he's so black you half expected him to chant in Zulu. You beg him not to do any voodoo. Which is, and you're like, no disrespect. It's just like if they went to Leeds and found the nearest black man and said, yeah, you look gangster, bruv, and just put him in a battle. So, and lots of, it's 2012, Double L, so lots of gay jokes. There's a sort of round of applause. Is the first time he's in a room full of men without a sex toy or a dick up his arse. So, you
fucking hell. Yeah. Bro, I swear that, this battle, I just wrote anything, I tell you what, people don't understand sometimes with that. I never had nothing to go on. I just watched 2 of his videos and thought, yeah, he's sick, what I'm saying, it's going to be a good clash. That's it. But I never had when I think about it now, I never had nothing about him, and so it's like, you got to do something different, but I just went there just to be funny. I just fucked about, to be honest, man. I just went there to just be funny. I wasn't bothered about winning or losing, and that's the kind of vibe that I went into that battle with. I just thought I'm just gonna do me, and just the way I saw clashing then was comedy was the thing that I wanted to do, and in that sense, I just thought that's the way I spit, and so I'm just gonna take the piss out of him.
Yeah, and it works. In the second as well, pedo bars, and also Dialect's so black and ugly, he makes you want to vote BNP. There's a bit of
people just shock shit like that.
Yeah. There's a bit of pause and horror in the crowd in that one. People just damn,
I'm just it's just blatantly fucking taking the piss, and you know what I mean?
No.
That's why I see it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's pretty full on, actually. Dialect, he goes in on the Dudley accent, which obviously you don't have, but I guess it's kind of closest to it.
I'm from the black country, though.
No,
Dudley's country as well, so yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
They've definitely got a different accent to me, though.
Yeah, they do.
Just a bit, it's just a bit slower, isn't
it? Yeah, Dudley, it's just kind of a bit stupider, isn't it? Yeah. In your third as well, lots of just kind of great description stuff, stuff that you'd read in a page, you can kind of visualize it. His top lip looks like a dried up slug. And his bottom lip looks like the foreskin of a Kenyan in dry season.
Fuck you, no.
I know.
I don't even know how I come up with that. To be honest, man, I'll be honest, man. I just thought, I don't even know. When you're reading this back to me now, I'm thinking, fucking hell. I'm thinking, what the fuck was I on?
It worked though, man.
Not that day, bro.
Yeah. So we get to the judging at the end. Mark Grist loved it. He says it's not even a debut in his mind, which is great to see. That was really, really, really nice. Seuss as well. He has Dialect just edging the third. I should say Grist as well gave it the Dialect got his third. Mickey, quite funnily, says that all the tryouts are putting him to shame, basically. And he's just, he's kind of shit in their eyes. Yunnan was really, really impressed by it, felt the third took it, and Zane was there as well. It was 4-1 to Dialect, but it's one of those ones where it's kind of, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, you know what? I had quite a lot of hype after that battle, man. You know what I mean? My battles were getting views. My battles were straight away getting as many views as the people who've been there for years. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I set it off kind of well with that, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's.
I think it was it's just a preference thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? I never really wrote I approached that class a bit different to I would a grime class. Do you know what I mean? Because in a grime class, I would have been a lot more aggressive in that, but I just felt like that's what I needed to do in that battle. To get me, just to win off, and then I just thought, yeah, I'm just gonna take the piss out of him because I don't know, that's just the vibe I went into it with it.
No, definitely, and it's great as well. At the end of the battle, turns to the crowd and says, "Do you want to see these two back again?" And everyone just goes mad. They just really like it, and it's got 161,000 views. Which even now is crazy for any battle, let alone a tryout from 5 odd years ago, and it's got less than 20 dislikes. It's mad.
Yeah, it was just a mad battle.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what as well. Yeah. I think that was the first time they never really had two people like me and Dialect going against each other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Time spitters, young Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they never like street kind of element. They never really add that like to at the same time. Adam, like, from what I can recall, anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that was the added to it as well. You get me?
Yeah, I think that's fair, actually. And so we get on to the rest of 2012, which was incredibly busy year for you, battling Double L. You had 9 uploads in 2012, and this was uploaded in February. So that's pretty.
It's what I've tried to tell people, man. Like, like these tryouts now, these people who come in there, they've got it easy with it because they ain't battling like how people were back then, man. Like, you get me? Like, my first year, I done 10 battles. Something like that, like in my first calendar year. Yeah. First calendar year from February to February. I looked at this before, like for another interview I'd done just to see what if I was chatting shit, like, you get me? Yeah. It was like, I've done 10 battles. I've done 10 battles in my first year. That's one a month, and like, you shouldn't be doing that battles when you like first starting out, because if you do 10 battles, bro, 5 of them ain't gonna be good, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I just done that to make a name for myself, kind of thing.
It worked, man. Because I mean, after Dialect, I should say, you have 2 demo battles that kind of, I guess, were seen to a certain extent. You teaming up with Mickey, and then you versus Pamphlet. Which I don't know if you remember you versus Pamphlet. I did a video recently on most disliked demo battles. It's actually one of the most disliked demo battles. I think just because the sound is a bit bad on it.
Quality. I remember that. That was just like. What was it? Who was that for now? It was for.
I think it's in Manchester.
It was a warm-up act. It was a warm-up act. Yeah, it was in Manchester, but like the crowd, when a Don't Flop crowd, we were at we were like a warm-up act for. Who the fuck was rapping there now? I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. It's
Slaughterhouse. No, it was Slaughterhouse.
Oh really? Slaughterhouse. Shit.
Yeah, so we were, that was like a Slaughterhouse concert. That was like, then people went like Don't Flop people.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense because.
In the fucking title or not like that.
Yeah, so I'm guessing Joe Budden wasn't like watching on the side or anything.
Don't think so. No.
Royce was just loving Pamphlet.
Like second warm up from like the start of the fucking no, probably.
No, how did that happen? Like, it's weird that a battle would have warmed up the gig.
Oh no, no, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know. They must have just wanted to book some battlers or something like that, like something different. And it was, I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that question.
No. I mean, another great battle from this era. This battle's just broke 100K. You versus Lefty. Another throwback to that kind of tryout era. And another awesome battle. Great to see you battling in London as well.
See, I've done that battle like probably about 4 weeks after the Dialect battle, and I can't remember how long, but it wasn't a long time. And like, you shouldn't really be doing that. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you should pick it. Like, if I was a tryout now, I'd pick and choose. Like, you just pick your way through it better when you know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? I just went there, just like, I'll battle. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But like, that battle, I never knew what it took to remember the bars. If you get what I'm saying. The first time I battled, I had ages, so like, I just knew the bars because I was just spitting them, like, and I just knew them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never really gauged how long it would take to write and learn bars, and I just left it to the last minute and just fucking. I thought I'd be able to do it, and you can't remember the bars, man. Like, but I never knew about that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, you say
lessons.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's for. But you say you were taking battles left, right, and centre, and different for Tryout these days. But I guess the difference is that back then, Don't Flop was hot shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like a big deal. I mean, obviously, I love Don't Flop to death, but you got to be honest, it's just not what it is now. And back then, it was just such an exciting thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was probably the most pop. When you go back to even that time, though, like things like SBTV and stuff, it was like the new SBTV and Don't Flop at them times were like the biggest popping things on YouTube, really, for England. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's true.
At that time, SBTV would probably a bit bigger, but Don't Flop was definitely one of the leading things on YouTube, really. Then at that time, like all together,
Yeah. No, that's true, man. And
you know what I'm saying, like a media kind of channel, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many SBTV clones now, isn't there? And so many battle leagues as well.
It's just become the norm now. Like, do you get what I'm saying? At that time, it was just like, fucking hell, this is sick. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Now it's just like, it's just a thing, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a thing. You either want to watch it all the time or you don't, innit? And you'll watch one every now and again. Do you know what I mean? Back then, everyone was watching every battle. Like, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, a lot of people talk about that at the old era as well. Back in the day, everyone would share battles on their page, and it was,
I'll be honest, this is my opinion, yeah. Like, a lot of the characters have gone out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more about, it's not as fun for random people. That's what I'd say. And it, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
people, this is where the people warm to characters, like, and people like characters in it. Like, back then, you had people who were battling every like, once a month, and the people that were battling once a month would be like, O'Shea, Pamphlet, Bolski, Mickey, just people that you just see all the time, Definition. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so people like know the characters, they want to watch a Pamphlet battle when they see it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Rather than now, there's like 500 battlers and they can't really warm to a character in it. Like, they can't really get to like find a favorite, and that there's so many. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. And like a lot of the characters have gone out of it. It's just about rapping now, isn't it? Like, I think that's what.
Yeah, and bars and that sort of stuff, rather than sort of the personalities. Another battle I just want to quickly touch on. You versus Harry Baker up in Scotland. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't really prepare for that either, man. Like, some of these battles, I know it sounds like I'm making excuses.
No.
A lot of these battles in that first year, like, it was just like, I just did them, innit? Like, I turned up to battle Harry Baker at a friggin' Edinburgh Fringe Festival. He'd been performing there all week, he'd been performing there for ages, like doing poetry things and stuff. They all loved him. So I've turned up there with no bars, and everyone loves him. Like, they're there to see him, really.
Yeah.
Get me? Like, it's just like I was never prepared for that at all, man. I just wrote anything, man. Anything. I was literally practicing bars outside the thing before the thing. I had nothing.
Yeah. I had Harry on quite a few episodes ago, and we talked about this battle, and it does have one of the most biased crowds ever towards him. Like, he literally says anything and they go mad. Like, but you know, it's a different crowd, isn't it? It's not a battle crowd. It's like the Slaughterhouse crowd. It's not, you know, they're not in that right state of mind. And just before we get onto the next battle proper, I need to talk about when you teamed up with Mickey and you beat Shuffle T and Marlowe.
Yeah, we definitely beat Shuffle T and Marlowe. 100%.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what that was. Yeah, they was not ready to like. Their thing relies on they prepare their shit fully. Like, this was like This was like, yeah, you're gonna battle Mickey and Double L tomorrow. Me and Mickey could do this. Like, by then, I'd already done this. Like, so I could do that, man. I was turning up to battles under-prepped anyway. So like, it was easy for me and Mickey. That was. I will say that, like, me and him were way more accustomed to battling in 24 hours in it. Do you get me? Because we're rappers in it. Like, do you get me? We spit, man. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? I think we're a lot more comfortable remembering bars and stuff in 24 hours, innit? We were just like, each showed, innit? And plus, it was like we just beat them, innit? Like, we just knew what to do in the Newcastle crowd and football things and stuff like that. We just killed them, innit? They got chucked in the deep end there, to be fair.
Yeah, they did. It's
we knew what we were in for, like, do you get me? Like, they probably never done that before.
No.
So
yeah,
I'd already done that a few times by then, so yeah.
So we'll push on to a great battle. Again, another hugely highly viewed battle. This battle's got 87,000 views. I mean, I keep mentioning the views, Double L, but you get views, like you do.
Yeah. I've always got views from day one, innit? Oh.
Like, it is quite impressive when you go through and consistently as well. It's not like early on. It like continues here to the J90 clash.
But shall I tell you what isn't cool? A guy from London that supports Liverpool. He's a London boy, repping that Northwest contingent, but he supports Liverpool. Someone tell him he's from the Northwest of London, not the Northwest of England. But I ain't a bread, that's all pretend. I'll take a back to your legs, cause damage that you wouldn't dare to comprehend. Leave your legs to the really wouldn't mend. Foot never walk alone, you'll never walk again.
Great battle. Great event this was, wasn't it, Summer Standard?
Yeah, I love that battle and that event. You know, that was a good event. Very good event.
And J90 as well, another kind of similar battle in the sense that he got a lot of hype early on. Was kind of one of the faces of the new breed.
Yeah.
You know,
he came up like around the same time, and it was me probably, and like he had a villain battle with Sick. So like, I think he was probably like the year after. Was he 2013 or was he 2012?
Might have been 2012, maybe around the same time. Yeah. I think he came up with that. Yeah, man. He was like J90 was good, man. Yeah. No, he's very good, and he spends a lot of his first talking about the gap that you've got in your teeth. It's such a wide abyss.
A lot that one, doesn't it?
Yeah. It reminds me of a light-skinned junior from My Wife and Kids. So I mean, I guess I can sort of.
You ain't far off there, to be fair.
No. Apparently, and it's one of those things when someone does a bar and you're like, how did they even think about that? Where did they go? Apparently, he says in his battle in his first, you've taken L's from all opponents with L's in their name. I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, you know.
Like to me, I would never do that, like, personally.
It's weird.
I wouldn't even. Well, I ain't even gonna watch 5e battles. Like, to be honest, man, I'll probably watch like one or two. I won't watch them all the way through. I'll just find things I can laugh at you about. I won't look for every battle you've lost. Watch the judging decisions, and I can't be asking none of that shit. Me,
right. And you know, you say when you open your first that you've been on a bit of a losing streak at this point. Is that right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I didn't. Probably ain't a good way to fucking introduce your battle, to be honest. I don't know why I did that, to be fair, but I did it. Yeah.
Well, I guess he sort of gets the crowd on your side a bit.
I lost a few battles. I think I lost a couple of battles, or I felt that I'd lost a few battles. Just being under prepped in it, basically. I think that's what I was trying to say, bro.
Yeah. And, you know, Common, so the gap in your teeth comes up a little bit in your battles. Common, J90 angle, as everyone knows. Don't know if he still works there, but he did work at TGI's. And he's flipping food. TGI burgers, you know, that sort of nice stuff. You've got to do that sort of stuff. His name's 90. Of course, I picked the right angles to a certain degree.
Yeah, man. When I wrote that bar, I rated that so highly. Like, I knew it was a sick bar. And like, see, I can't remember who said something to me. I think it might have been her, you know. And he was like, "What did you mean to a certain degree?" And I was like as in like to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I was thinking, well, not really, like, but I just kind of use it, like, do you know what I mean? I just use it to get the, I don't know. It just worked with the bar, I was right. Yeah. So I knew that bar would pop off, and it did, man. Yeah.
And then you call him TGI 90.
Yeah, TGI
90. Apparently, and this is what you say, it's not cool to be a guy from London supporting Liverpool, which I guess is what he did.
Yeah.
You know,
like, as a football fan, I hate fans from other. I support Wolves, man. Like, do you get me?
Yeah.
You're from London and you support Liverpool. Like, you ain't got enough teams you could have supported. Like, in London, you got about 10 teams. You get me? Like, that's the way I see. So, yeah. So I made sure I went in there. Plus football, like, I know I do use football bars. I use football bars all the time, but it's because I know football, innit? Like, do you get me? I know half the room will know football, innit? So it's just like, I love using football bars, man. If you can, as long as it ain't forced and stupid. Yeah.
No, I agree. I like football bars a lot as well. Fuck, you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk again.
Yeah. I rate that bar as well. Like, I'm rating myself in this battle. This battle's probably my favourite. One of my favourites.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favourite performances. I definitely approach the battle maybe a little tiny different in there, but like, that's the beauty of it.
No, I agree, man. It's complete. And like, you have this thing in your battles. I'm thinking in the Mystery battle as well, where you get the rhythm going on, where you're like Mount Rushmore, Rockheads, and this one you're like Heartless, Tin Man. Like, you know, like you do have that in your arsenal that a lot of people don't have, where you can just rap, you can just spit, you know what I mean? And it works.
I'd say, like, I know it sounds big-headed, but like, yo, I'm one of the only original ones, in my opinion, man. Like, I'll apart from, like, say, like me, Quill, Gemini, at the moment who are rapping in there, I'd say me, Quill, Gemini, and Soul, and Tony D, probably the only ones who've got their actual own style, man. I know Shay, obviously. Like, like a lot of the other people, it's like, it's kind of cloned, isn't it? Like, there's just a way of rapping. You're either like this kind of guy or this kind of guy or this kind of guy. And I think there's only about a handful of rappers now who got their own style in it. I think I've got my own style in it. So.
Oh God, yeah.
That's my opinion. Yeah.
No, for sure, man, for sure. Like, without kissing your ass too much, you are a bit of a fan favorite, aren't you? Like,
I suppose, isn't it? The fans tend to like me. Like, I've never battled at home, have I? So, like, I'm always had to battle in other places, and it's like battling. It's never really bothered me. Do you know what I'm saying? I've only ever had one battle in Birmingham, and that's probably like a disadvantage, really, because it's like Birmingham and Wolves. It's just like they don't really care. They've got no loyalties to Wolves. It's just like kind of it's just a local battle anymore.
Yeah.
Actually, Wolverhampton is it? You get what I'm saying? So it's like to be like a Leeds man battling in Sheffield or something. It wouldn't make no difference in it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So,
And
I've never battled at home. So.
Yeah, you do something that, I mean, it's unlikely that Don't Flop would go to Wolverhampton, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, they're coming to Birmingham very soon, actually, for North vs South. But I guess that's kind of more of a hub.
There ain't like a big battle following, man, in the West Midlands.
Nah, there isn't.
Everyone likes grime, man. To be honest,
yeah.
But like, even the grime, like, I don't know. I'd say like a grime clash thing would be a lot more of a younger crowd. And I don't think Dolph would be able to do that kind of events. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah,
like
I get
16-year-old and stuff like that. Like,
yeah. And you, at the start of your second, you do something that a lot of people do in battles, where you just like, after he finishes round, you're like, oh, the last 2 minutes were kind of boring. Like, you just sort of downplay the whole round. You get like a boxing scheme here. J90 reminds you of Amir Khan. There's fancy shit about the big punch at the end.
Yeah.
Won't be a tie, son.
Yeah.
Which
I'll bite it. Obviously, ties, but yeah.
And then you go. Most of your second round is about his height, essentially, and you know everything at TGI's is a tall order. He must be in the kitchen because he can't see above the bar.
Can't see him behind the bar.
Can't see him behind the bar. Yeah. And I mean, just awesome stuff. They're like, just what is it that you love about battling when you're battling? Is it these moments when you're just getting a huge reaction and?
Yeah, like that battle popped off, and man. That battle was like, I had a few good reactions in that, man. Like the whole atmosphere was good, like, man. Everyone was just laughing at him, and it's good when that happens. That's the power of comedy, in it, man. If you've got the whole room laughing at someone else, it's just like, he's got no chance really. But to be fair, he done good himself in that battle. Like he was good as well. But I don't know, man. I just swagged on him, man. He got swagged on that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of sums it all up at the end. Your final bars and your third. Who thought I couldn't come with bars? I've been the best for time. I just couldn't be asked.
Hey, you know what though? That's how I felt. I think, that's exactly how I felt. That's why I said it. I thought like it's true. It's my opinion.
Yeah. And I'm just looking up J90's verse track at the moment. So he did try it in 2012. He was originally on Jump Off, and then he battled Nero, and then he battled Villain as his second battle. And he battled.
He was on Jump Off first, was he?
He was on Jump Off against Seuss.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, the rest of it was all on Don't Flop. And then he battled yourself in 2013. Then he came back for Wilsey for Sunburn 2, but he hasn't been back since. So, I mean, maybe he might, you know, he's not been that regular on it, but...
Yeah.
You know, he was decent, but we push on, Matt, because I mean, at this time, were you feeling a bit more motivated after taking the win after a couple of losses, or?
Like, yeah, I just knew that, like, if I wanted to be any good, I had to take it more seriously, innit? I think that was like the turning point for me, bro, man, to be honest. Like, that's when I actually knew my bars, man. Like, that's the first time I actually knew my bars, man. Like, honestly, like, God's honest truth, but like, the first time I actually sat there and thought, you know what, I gotta do this, innit? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because I think it's because, like, I can naturally rap. I think I get lazy and, like, you know what I'm saying? I think that was like the turning point for me where I thought, you know what, I ain't gonna be lazy no more, man, and just fucking actually write and prepare for this battle, man. You know, yeah.
And your next two uploads, if we're going chronologically, are two battles with the same person. You battled Callum Boom on Jump Off? Oh, no, sorry, you battled Callum Boom and Sean O'Mac, my mistake, but you battled them both on Jump Off.
No, I never. Callum Boom?
Yeah.
I never battled him.
Didn't you? That's what the video title says.
Callum Boom? Who the fuck is Callum Boom? Ain't that the one from fucking...
Yeah, the Dialect. Yeah, the unanimous one, sorry, yeah.
No, I've never battled him. I battled some guy called Callum... He weren't called Callum Boom. He weren't him.
Oh, okay.
So they must have got that wrong, you know.
Oh yeah, hang on. I'm looking at the actual thumbnail and it doesn't look like him. So yeah, maybe they missed that. But I mean, regardless, what?
I mean, what the other guy's name was. It was like Callum sort of. He weren't Callum Boom. Okay. I know that for a fact.
All right, interesting. But I mean,
I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
Callum Mighty. Callum Mighty. That's his name.
Callum Mighty. Okay.
I just looked it up. Innit?
All right.
Yeah. That was a freestyle thing, innit? Jump Off.
I mean, what was that? Did you get invited to that, or just jump into it yourself?
Nah. So they asked me to come in. Like I shouldn't have done that, man. Like I weren't ready for that I weren't ready for that, you know, like at all. I never knew what the crowd was like or anything like that. I never when I was battling Showdown Matt knew, like, he'd been battling there for ages. He knew what to do there, and it, like, I flopped that, to be honest. I just done shit in it. That's it.
Yeah, I haven't actually.
I went to freestyle off the top of my head in front of a big crowd like that. I'd never done it, innit? So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh, like, you know what I mean? Go there with no bars. I had nothing at all, like, not one bar.
Oh shit! And like, what? How are you at freestyling?
I can freestyle a lot better now than I could when I've done that. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, I ain't really a big freestyler, like, to be fair. Like, but I'm good at, like, if I've got a few bars, I can freestyle then. Do you know what I mean? But I don't like doing a whole battle freestyle. My brain just don't work like that. I just don't like. I don't really like thinking about things before I fucking spit like dead quick. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just say, that ain't how my brain works, innit, bro? To be honest.
Yeah. No, I got you.
If I've got a bit of time to think of something like for a while, then yeah, but not like quick. Like, you know, these 4-bar back-to-back freestyle things. I wouldn't like doing that. Yeah.
And we get on to the next battle. I mean, great battle that sets up a lot of the, you know, later history of your career, being against Chris Leese.
Yeah, Chris Leese was a very good battle.
Yeah, that was a very, I mean, like, a great matchup as well. It made a lot of sense. You guys have been along, you know, a long time, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, man. Like, I can't remember where that battle come about, man. Like, fuck knows. Because I like Chris Lees, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I never used to see him very often. Like, but if we did, I'd have a beer with him. You get me? But nah, man. Like, yeah. It just made sense, that battle. And like, I just thought it made sense. You know?
But I was not gonna do this because they ain't even here. But I'm gonna do it anyway. You get me? Because I've had enough of these, man. Yeah. Ian Daniels, fuck him. Par him. How could you listen? Ian Daniels, fuck him. Par him. How could you think that I wouldn't? Got a couple staff in the E&D fam, so I got a lick bomb all of a sudden. Fuck that. Let me show these pricks. I don't need a locksmith to open wigs. Mr. 13, slapping because I think he's hosting shit. E&D don't hold no power.
Nottingham, you know, says at the start you both sort of wanted to clash each other. Not a big crowd, wasn't there? Quite a lot of people.
Yeah, Nottingham was a massive event. That was like I can't remember how many people were there. I'd say over 500 though, if I can remember. Maybe something around there. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah. I mean, you love your football bars, double L's. We've said you equate the battle to this being Aaron Lennon versus Yaya Toure, which is quite the face-off. You'll get slapped on cam on Brian Clough.
Yeah. Nice. He slaps someone on. Well,
yeah.
Slaps someone on the pitch, and he slaps one of the fans.
Yeah.
On the pitch.
And Leese kicks off by basically saying a public apology. I don't know if you remember. He kind of apologised for choking against Yunnan.
Chris does, yeah?
Yeah, he does, yeah. And yeah, I mean, to be honest with it, yeah. And he does a sort of a sort of football bars himself, because he talks about how much you do football bars, and he's like, there's no point on creating raps on soccer because I ain't a massive watcher. It's like when you call it soccer for the watcher rhyme, we know you don't watch it. Like gives it this. You go in on his false character in the second, animated bitch. I think Lisa Simpson.
I rate that bar.
Yeah.
You know, like, I love that bar. Like,
yeah, nice, definitely nice. And just lots of him being, you know, an addict to a certain extent. Him sniffing his kidney stones.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, they're like thinking. I just knew that would work, and them kind of bars.
And then the whole who gets paid on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, how did that come about?
Oh, this is like. Let me think about the exact bar what it was now. It was like he's trying to be like he's trying to get coke off me. Yeah, he's trying to get some sniff off me. And he's trying to convince me that he's got the money, like he's good for the money if he can have it off for free now, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, you know what that's come from? That's come from experience, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I can't really say it, but like, yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
like I know that's how people acting, and I know people in the room will know what I'm going on about it, so it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I thought about like the way I structured that bar though, like, you get me? I couldn't even tell you, bro, like.
no, but it popped off, man. Roland.
No, that's probably my most known bar, you know. Probably.
That's true actually. Yes, it's basically roll up to me in the pub like, yo, you got a ting till Sunday. I'll get paid on Sunday. You get paid on Sunday. Who the fuck gets paid on Sunday? Like, it's just so simple. But
no one gets paid on a Sunday, bro. If someone tells you they get paid on Sunday, but they're lying to you.
Yeah.
No one paid on a Sunday, bro.
And I guess, you know, that's probably your most famous bar, but maybe your most famous round is your third against Chris, in which you pretty much wage war against Ian Daniels. Like, where was this coming from?
So I'll tell you what, yeah. Like, I was supposed to battle Seasoning, yeah. I was supposed to battle him a couple of weeks before that Nottingham event on Grime. And, like, he was in Ian Daniels, innit? And so, them bars were for him, innit? And then that battle got cancelled. And I thought, I still want to spit them bars. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So, like, it was like, if I was battling Seasoning, I would have said them bars and it wouldn't have been as much of a call-out kind of thing, do you get what I'm saying? But, like, I just put it into that battle because I thought, you know, I want to say, I need to get this off my chest. Because at that time, then, they were, like, on the screen every fucking time, like, all the time. And, like, do you know what I'm saying? I didn't even dislike them. I just thought they were just, like, they took over the whole thing kind of thing, innit? Like, Mr. 13 was hosting. Everyone, like, all of them would be at the front in their Ian Daniels sweaters and all that shit. And he was just like, yeah, I ain't having that, you get me? So, yeah. And I knew everyone, a lot of battlers thought the same thing. Like, do you know what I'm saying? They thought, yes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch it, you'll see I'm going on this, like, they thought the same as me. They just didn't want to say it. And do you know what I'm saying? I felt like I needed to be, like, I don't think there's anyone else who really would have done that. And so,
yeah.
I kicked off the sending thing, really, at that time. Because a lot of people started sending for people then after that. But, like, I think it had been the first time it had been, like, done in that kind of way against the whole crew of people, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, it was huge, man, and I think you were tapping into some resentment that a lot of people felt, and you can see in the comments as well, tons of people upvoting, people saying completely agree with Double L, that sort of stuff. You know, you threatened to slap Mr. 13 because you think he's hosting shit. You know, don't need a locksmith to open up wigs and all that sort of stuff. And at the end, I think is it Michael Parkinson that comes over to you and you're like, it had to be done. You say to him and stuff like that. It's like, it's quite tense. Like,
yeah, had to be done. Like, that's how I felt at the time. Like, I don't even dislike none of them. It's just what they're just like, I'm cool with Tony. Like Locksmith, I was cool with him from the start. He was like the first ever, my first ever clash, and I was smoking with him, and like I was cool with him. It's just like, I just felt like it had to be said. I did it on purpose, man. Obviously, I knew it would get a good reaction, so that's the only reason I've done it. And yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, it got to a certain extent where your next battle, this is at the inaugural Sunburn, which kind of makes me feel old now because we've had fucking 3 Sunburns. And I remember this coming out, like, it's just time has flown, man. But battling Tony, like, the crazy that got set up.
You so old, you remember them big phones when the aerial was a big pole, but what happens when I bring his neck? That's a ringtone. You use my sharp bars to skin tone, but first, let me just get on your skin tone, car. Who told you we a nigga? The misinformed ya. Skin tone like chicken korma. You are the most yellow human being in existence. You are so yellow you could be in The Simpsons.
Yeah, like, you know what? Yeah, I think I deserved the big battle, innit? Like, he just made sense, and it wasn't me. I never wanted to battle Tony. Like, I wasn't even ready for Tony at that stage. Like, I'd be a lot more ready for Tony now in 2017. That, like, do you know what I'm saying? Than I was in was that 2014 now? Or
2014, yeah.
Yeah, like, I weren't even ready to battle Tony, like, on a real level. But, like, I knew that chance would maybe never come again, and, like, do you know what I'm saying? So I just thought, fuck that, I'm battling him, innit? Because at that time, Tony was only clashing the best, like, people, like, do you know what I'm saying? He was clashing big names, innit? Like, do you get me? So, like, yeah, man, it was definitely a shock battle for people.
Yeah, no, totally. It was great to see that on the card. Yeah,
but that was Tony wanting to battle me, man. Like, I'll say that as truthfully as I can, man. Like, fucking, yeah, he wanted to. I never asked to battle. I never even thought I would battle Tony. I thought that would be the last thing that would happen, like, from what I'd done. Yeah.
And there's a lot of E&D, man, behind Tony. Like, what was the atmosphere like at the venue when you got there? Was it tense? Or?
I said before that battle, God's on his tube now. I pointed to them and I said, 20 man. And I said, look at me, I've got one man. No one, all that was euphorical behind me, like, do you know what I mean? He weren't even there with me, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, he was just there, he was just hyping up my shit, like, laughing at all my shit, and he had 20 man on the stage. I said this before, like, while we were sorting out the cameras and everything to the crowd, I said, look, he's got 20 man. I've got no man, like, nothing here. You get me? I'm like, that's the difference, he needs 20 man, and then so a few of them started shuffling off the stage and shit, do you know what I'm saying? Literally, there's probably 20 people there, probably behind him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, about 10 standing on the stage, probably, and a few, I don't know, something like that. There was a lot of people behind him anyway who were there to watch him, and it's in London anyway, obviously, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, naturally, yeah. And it makes for a great battle, man. Like, you need these...
Like, yeah, I love that shit, like, I love that shit, like, I thrive off that shit, man.
No, I totally agree, man. It gives it just a brilliant atmosphere that really adds something to it. You go in on totally. Your first is great, like, you know what I mean. I think the first is very strong from you.
Yeah,
like, you know, just powerful. You go in on E&D as well. You keep going in on them. You say that Nishi looks like Alicia Keys.
Well, his hair does, isn't it? Like,
right? Yeah. No, yeah.
His hair does. Everyone knows what music video I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's why I'm laughing at Nishi.
Yeah. Couldn't move an L if you were playing Tetris.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, that's all right. I don't mind that.
And like, someone like Tony. I mean, he just speaks to people, doesn't he? Like, he has that authority, and it's quite a tough opponent.
Like, Tony wanted to kill me, and it, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, Tony went there. He went there to kill me, and it, like, do you get me? He didn't like it, and it, like, you know what I mean? So he had a lot more of a hatred towards me probably than I did to him. He probably wanted to beat me a lot more than I wanted to beat him, and
yeah.
I knew that, innit? You know what I'm saying? I knew that. So I went there with a different kind of mind frame to him, I think. Yeah, it's like he breaks people down, don't he? He's never still, I don't know, that battle was even, man. Honestly, I swear to God, like, I don't even know, you know. I don't even know if Tony beat me. Like, I'll admit when people beat me, like I said earlier, like when people beat me. I don't think he beat me, you know. Like, honestly, I think I won the first round. I think he won the third, and I thought the second was sort of a draw. Like, that's I thought. If I remember right, like, if I've got rounds right, that's something like that. But like, I called it a draw or a win to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I watched it, you know, yesterday, making the notes and stuff like that, and it's fresh in my head, and it pretty much is that, I think Tony does take the third, that's probably clear. You definitely take the first, I think, as I say, the momentum's there. And the second, I think you have funnier stuff in the second, the sort of his age stuff, you know, trying to send a text, PC World trying to swallow a tablet, just, you know, stuff like that, just sort of silly stuff that really hits hard. His skin tone's like chicken korma. He remembers phones with the big poles and break his neck with a ringtone and stuff like that. It was really good. And like, as I say, having all the EMD people, you know, gassing it up in the background just makes it even better. But I mean, a fun battle, like, you know, and it's not like
that's probably my favorite. Like, that was one of the first times I actually felt like I was in a clash. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like it felt like the old, like when I used to clash on Grime. Because when I used to clash on Grime, like truthfully, like you wouldn't go in that room without fucking some kind of weapon on you. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, everyone had, like, do you get that kind of atmosphere? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, man. Like,
right.
The people who spit there, they wouldn't even be allowed in the room. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, I mean, that was the first time I actually felt like there was like just an atmosphere where it was like me against him. Like, I'm not saying it was like a threatening atmosphere or nothing like that. It was nothing like what used to go when I was a kid. But it's the first time I felt like it was like I was back clashing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and he was like, he wanted to kill me and I wanted to beat him. And it was just like, do you get what I'm saying? So that kind of, yeah.
So Tony wasn't like strapped up or anything?
No, don't.
All right, wouldn't imagine so. Yeah, but actually, it's weird. Actually, in the Euphorical battle, I don't know if you remember, Euphorical has a round about Tony talking about his gun when he lost his phone. So I mean, who knows? Who knows, right? But you know, lots more great battles to get onto. Pretty cool that you went to Words of Weapons, battled Yunnan.
Where's your galley? 2 foot taller than him. Saggy, she tops the door with her tits. Big fatty bum bum, big fatty bum bum. Don't French is surely as win. So how you gonna trade war with a king? I'm a boss and a this, of course I will win. Blood gonna be torture for him. Put him in a box like a portion of wind.
Yeah, man. You know what? Yeah, freaking like me and you, man, got a lift off the same person, like to get to that event, though.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I'm saying? At that time, I can't remember what was going on with my driving. I can't remember, like something off fuck knows. Right. I don't think I had a car or something like that, because obviously I drive, but I don't think I had a car or some shit like that. Fuck no, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a lift with him, and like me and him didn't have no bars for this battle, man. When I spat bars, you know, them bars I spat in that battle, them were bars from like when I was like 17 or 18 or something I could remember, like just like.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I've always got grime bars that people probably ain't ever heard, and I had to like just rack my brain for some bars from like 4 or 5 years ago. I just remembered some of them. Like I probably wrote about 16 bars for you, and you know, like probably the rest of it was just like any bars for anything really.
Yeah. It kind of. I mean,
I think he'd done the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Like it was a chilled battle, really. That.
It was actually. It's kind of. I expected it to be a bit more high octane, but I mean, it was just sort of. Now that you mentioned what you've done, it kind of makes a bit more sense. Also heading out to Amsterdam to battle L Deep. That you know, another 100K views.
Yeah, like L Deep ain't got them views, has he? That's new, man.
Yeah. Who the hell's L Deep? Like, I don't know, fucking clue. Like, and I mean, you know, obviously you're in Amsterdam, so I'm guessing you got really high before the battle. Like, did that?
Bro, like, this is another thing. Like, that battle was supposed to be 3 rounds, and like I just knew he was going to write loads of bars, and I just thought, mate, come on, man. Like, I just knew it. Like, this was like the biggest day of his life, innit? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, he was waiting to battle an English kid. Like, do you know what I mean? He'd been loving it. And I just thought, you know what? I'm never going to write as many bars as him. And I was just like, I said this to him about 3 days before the battle. I was like, I've got no bars. This kid's just going to come with bare bars, and I got no bars. Like, do you get me? Like, just make it a 1 round, yeah. And like, he was just like, fucking hell, man. Yeah, I'll speak to him. And I was more confident. I just thought, that's best. I can just swag on him now.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth of it. Because I never knew who he was. I had nothing to go on. You know, like, do you get what I'm saying? He's won all my battles. He knows everything about me, and I just thought, fuck you know. You know what I'm saying? I had no passion to battle him at all. I just wanted to go to Amsterdam for free. Innit?
Right. Yeah, no.
Yeah, bro. Like,
and what was it like afterwards? Did all just the battlers just go out and get fucked, or what?
Bro, yeah, man, like some mad shit went on. Remember that I rolled with Pedro, man, so.
Right. Pedro in Amsterdam, like, I can't fucking imagine. Jesus Christ.
Me and Pedro might have been together before, you know. I think me, Mickey and Pedro went before. Just me, Mickey and Pedro, you know. I think.
All right, nice.
Yeah, you get me. So, yeah, man, I've been with Pedro before.
Nice, man. And you teamed up with Pedro as well against O'Shea and Jay Short, didn't you? That was a pretty good battle.
Yeah, when was that?
That was...
Liverpool,
yeah, in the Casimir, yeah. That was a little while ago. That was a pretty fun battle. Another one that I want to talk about, and I guess as much as the battle, I want to talk about the context, because the thumbnail to you versus Uno is Judge Rinder. I mean, talk to me about Judge Rinder. Like, how does that first come about? Like, for you?
That show is absolute bullshit. Obviously, like, I can't believe people actually think that is a truthful show. Like, man, I can't believe the amount of people that thought that was real, and it was like, oh my god, Mickey suing Double L. And I just, bro, it's like the biggest setup thing in the world, man. Like, they just wanted people who already had their own fan, like a few fans and a few followers on Twitter, and they must have just tapped into the battling scene. And they're just contacting Mickey, and they was just like, would you come on this, like? And he was like, well, I've got nothing to no one to sue, and they was just like, nah, but you can come up with something, guy. Like, do you know what I mean? And he was just like, should we just do this, blood? He was just like, should we just do this, blood? It'll be joked. And I was just like, I was saying nah for ages, and I just thought, you know what, fuck it, I could do with a fucking few extra grand, to be honest. Like, obviously I got paid for it, like, do you get me?
Yeah.
Just thought, you know what, fuck it, it'll be funny, you know. I never realised how big of a scale funny it would be, but it was just fun that people was like, I loved it kind of in a way, because people were just like, no one actually knew what this deal was. Like, you get me? It was just like, it was just funny, man. But, yeah.
I mean, it's a big, I should say, anyone listening that's not aware, it's kind of like a Judge Judy type sort of, you know, claims court on ITV. But it's a big show, actually. Like,
yeah, I never realised how big the show was. But like, obviously, Judge Judy, you're allowed cameras in America, aren't you?
Yeah.
In the courtroom, innit? I think.
Yeah, you are.
So, like, Yeah, so like Judge Judy's probably real. Like he even says at the start, like it's real. Judge Rinder's nowhere near real, man. Like, it's fucking yeah. I reckon some of the cases are probably real, but nah, it's a fake show, man.
yeah, they're not like giving out actual sentences and shit in it. Like it's just kind of it's pretty.
I think the people like they get to split the claims. So, like there's a loophole there, and then you just make up a story, sue your mates, and then you both just split the money in it. Do you know what I'm saying? So like I think a lot of people are fake. That's so. But me and Mickey got paid a fee before we even went on there. So
sure, yeah. No, it's pretty. Didn't Hulk go on there as well? Didn't a few of us, or am I imagining that?
A few people realised the scam.
Yeah.
I'm doing there as well.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Joker Star, Hulk. Who else? Oh yeah, Hulk and Bolsky.
But yeah, Bolsky.
Young Guns Fusion was on there.
Oh my god, fair enough. And battling Uno. I mean, pretty cool to battle Uno on King of the Ronalds.
Yeah, man. Like, I pretty much freestyled that battle, bro. To be honest,
I ain't come here to play. I've come here to spray. Bars like bullets that'll broke up his frame. No hope for this motherfucker today. They don't believe it. He already got one foot in the grave. Another head getting put on my shelf. Who told you that you fucking with L? That grave. What a damn shame. He already dug it himself.
I didn't really take that too seriously. It was just fun. That was like when you're battling Uno, like I ain't gonna take it seriously, man. It's just like and like King of the Ronalds is a lot more relaxed than it. So it's just like I just turned up, got drunk, and lean and just fucking. I had a few bars for him, but I just had fun with it. And
No, that makes sense. But I mean, like that battle was really chilled out. We're talking about a sort of high tension, awesome to watch fucking battle. You two in it with Double L, the tryout to go against Izzy Gibbs and Villain.
Me and Dialect, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was a crazy battle.
Just made sense. I love that battle.
Yeah, what a good battle that is. Bloody hell.
That's the last battle. Is that the last battle I've done? I've done Adam the Rapper before that, yeah.
No, you did Adam Rapper, Adam Rapper before that, and then Blizzard after, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But that's the latest battle I've got, that? The 2-on-2, isn't it? That's the last time I battled, bro. Like,
no, wasn't it Blizzard?
That was... Blizzard would have been in April or May.
Okay.
April Fools. It was April Fools, that wasn't it? So...
Oh, right.
Would have been and then that was in probably like June, July, So, yeah, that was the last battle I'd done, yeah.
Shit, man. I mean, like... A 2-on-2 grime clash is quite a unique thing. How did you guys rehearse?
You know what, man? Like that was easy for me and Dialect, man. Like it was easy for them as well. It was just like 16s back to back, and so like we never wrote no bars together or nothing. We just turned up and we spat a few bars to each other over the phone a few times, but like we didn't really need it. Me and Dialect can spit on grime, man. Like it was just natural. That was, man. It was we never went into it. Realistically, he lives in Leeds, I live in Wolves, man. There's no way we could have practiced it together. I don't think me and Dialect's the kind of people to sit there on fucking Skype and spit the bars, and rehearse it proper. Like, it was never going to be like that. So, we just, it was just natural, man. Sick that up, man. I thought that's what grime is, don't it? So.
Yeah. That's probably one of the best grime clashes Don't Flop have got. Like, just the fucking the passion in it is mad.
Yeah, he's like... Easy reminds, like, I rate Easy, man. Like, like if you're not a grime fan, I can see like why certain people wouldn't like how he spits, and they don't really think he's too complex and that. But that ain't what grime's about. And like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, Easy Gibbs is sick, and Villain is sick.
Yeah.
They're both sick, and they don't suit a fucking acapella battling, but like grime, like they're sick, bro. Like in my opinion, Easy Gibbs like reminds me of when I was young and hungry. Like he's only I only knew the other day he's only like 20. I thought he was like 23 or something. Like, he can spit, man. Easy, man. He's sick. Makes good music as well. Like, and it was like them two like wanted to add something to prove, and it was just like me and Dialect knew they were sick, and it was just like just good, innit?
Yeah, awesome. Again, 87,000 views. Not been out long, that one, but like that's soon going to break 100.
Yeah, is that all that's on? Yeah, I thought it was on. I'm sure it's on 100,
I don't think it is. Hang on, let me just double check. But yeah, on the Verse Tracker page, it doesn't seem to say that it is.
You've probably got some of these views wrong. I don't think that updates very, very regularly.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's 112,000. Yeah, 112,000.
112.
Yeah. So that is really good. Yeah,
I saw that before, and it was on 100. That was it.
Yeah. No, that's climbing. Yeah, and. Yeah, it is brilliant. Villain as well is dope. Like, obviously, Izzy kind of steals the show with his performance, but Villain just has some brilliant... like for those as well. Yeah, they're both kill it. So this was your last battle, so far, but you were meant to battle Soul. At Revival, which I think everyone got really excited for. It was one of those matchups that just like, what? Like, no one had really seen it coming. Both you and Soul had never faced anyone really like each other before to that certain level. Like, I mean, why did it come apart?
That was my fault, man. Like, I'll be honest, man. Like, I just cancelled it, man. I never had time to battle Soul, man. Like,
yeah,
I shouldn't have accepted it. I just accepted it because I thought, yeah, that's a sick battle. Like, do you get me? But really, stuff that was going on in my life and that, I never had the time to sit there and prep, and I knew I couldn't go and battle Soul under prepped and just fucking, like, do you know what I'm saying? Because Soul just savaged me. So it was just like, I didn't want that. Like, I was on a good little run, like, of battles. Like, I've done well in the last few battles, and so like, it was just like, I just said, you know what, I can't even do this, man. I ain't even got the time to fucking. I just honest, and like, I probably cancelled 1 or 2 battles in my life. Probably about 1 or 2, maybe. So yeah, I just knew I wasn't gonna be prepped, man. But like, I definitely want to do that battle. Like, I don't know if Soul will or what. He's probably got bars for me, so
I'm sure
you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I only cancelled it about 5 days before the event. To be fair, like, it was kind of, I think so, or a week maybe.
Yeah, it was like close. That. Yeah, I remember it being close.
Yeah. It's my bad, man. But yeah, I shouldn't have accepted it in the first place, man. Like, at the time, I just wouldn't have had the time, man.
So you would do it maybe later in the year, or?
Yeah, like, I definitely, like, me and Soul was a sick battle. He's never battled no one like me.
No.
Like, no, for fact, he ain't, because I the only reason Soul would take that battle is because he obviously rates me as well. Like, I know he rates me, he always tells me he does, so it's like, it would have been a sick battle. Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. It never came out, but maybe one day something will come of it. But I mean, who else? So that's kind of getting to the end of your actual battles yourselves. Who else would you like to battle, like in Don't Flop or otherwise?
Like, if I'm being honest now, yeah, like, hardly anyone, man. Like, I want to get one of them URL people, to be honest. Like that's about the only direction I really want to go in there. Like, to be fair, because it's just like, I've battled all the legends, really. Like, do you know what I mean? I've battled the people. I've battled people, man. I've battled against O'Shea and fucking Tony D. It's like, it's like people of that kind of era, and it's just like, I ain't really got many people to battle, and I don't really rate a lot of the newcomers, man. If I'm being honest, bro, like, I just don't, innit?
Yeah.
Like, Gemini's good. Like, Gemini's sick.
Yeah.
I don't want to start picking out names and telling you I'll rate them.
No, sure.
Like, I don't really rate them, man. So like, I'm not really bothered about the people that everyone thinks are good. I think they're shit, and that's just my opinion, bro. Man, like, I really do, man. Just because, like, I ain't really got that many newcomers who I'd want to battle, man. But I'd love to battle an American, like I say, man. Like, Gemini is sick. We've tried to do like, that'll definitely happen to me against Gemini at one point.
Oh, that'll be great.
100%. And who else would I battle? Possibly battle Shucks.
Oh,
maybe
that'd be good.
So them the 2 names maybe that if they say here now that I'd battle them. Do you get me? Maybe from America.
I mean, who from America? Who do you want off the URL?
Who would? When I say URL, I just mean like.
You mean gun rapper sort of?
Basically. Yeah. I don't know. Hitman Holler. If I could pick anyone, I'd pick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me against Hitman Holler would go off. Like,
yeah, that'd be amazing.
I'd pick that. That would be my battle. But yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe realistically, unless someone's going to pay 30 grand for Hitman Holler to battle me.
Yeah. It's a bit steep.
It could have been.
So we'll finish off Double L with a few quick fire questions. The first one being, what's your favourite Don't Flop battle?
My favourite Don't Flop battle? Not my own.
Not your own.
Let me think.
Or just one you really like.
I'll tell you what, what's a sick battle? Chronicle versus him.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, that's a controversial one. That is.
Oh, trust me, but that's probably one of my favourite ones. You know?
Yeah, that's a good choice. But I remember Im's boys do not like what Chronicle's saying. Like, it gets pretty. Yeah.
Like, this is the heatiness of it. Like, I was in the room, man. It was just funny, man. Like everyone was awkward. It was good, man. But like, them two are both sick. Like, both sick back to back. Like, you get me? So it's like, it was a good battle, man.
Yeah, good choice. Good choice. What about King of the Dot? Do you have a favourite King of the Dot battle?
King of the Dot battle. I do watch King of the Dot. I watch their big battles.
Sure.
I don't watch any of the actual Canadian rappers.
Right, yeah, fuck them.
Where maybe Pat Stay versus Head Ice, you know.
Nice, yeah. Common choice,
Like,
good choice.
I rate both of them. I rate both of them in it. So.
Yeah, Ice is dope. URL?
Hitman Holler versus John the Don, you know.
Nice, yeah, that's fucking classic. That's a classic.
Hitman Holler. I know Hitman. I see Hitman Holler is kind of similar to me as well. I reckon he don't put as much effort in Hitman. You know, like he does one or two sick rounds and then like one round won't be that good, and you just know as a battler, you know he's just fought fucking whatever. Just roll. Hitman Holler versus John the Don. When Hitman's on fire, like
oh man,
Hitman's hard to beat, man. Like he might not be as complex in that, but like when it comes to he's the best performer by far, and like, do you know what I mean? He's like,
oh yeah.
Like, there's no one anywhere near close to him performance-wise. Maybe Arsenal as well. Arsenal's underrated. Like,
Yeah.
Hitman Holler's by far the best performer in my opinion. He's like team battle sick. If he's got a sick bar, like if you've got 1,000 people in the room and Hitman Holler's like spitting, it's like it's gonna pop off in it. Like, do you get me? Hitman Holler, proper rate Hitman Holler.
Yeah. Final two questions, non-battle rap related. First one, what's your favourite film?
My favourite film, Training Day, you know, bro.
Oh, yeah, classic, man.
Training Day.
Classic.
Yeah.
Mentioned so many battles mention Training Day as well. Like, it's just one of those ones that always crops up.
I don't think I've ever mentioned it.
No.
That's my favourite film.
Yeah, that's fact. And finally, your favourite band or artist musically that is in no way hip-hop related?
You know what? Lily Allen.
Nice, Lily Allen. Okay, interesting choice.
Ray Lily Allen, you know.
Yeah.
Ray Lily Allen.
No, fair enough.
Lily Allen, and the Kooks as well, you know, bro.
Oh, throwback. Yeah.
So,
Sweet. So I guess Double L wrap up. How do people get at you? Social media, your music, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, you can get at me on Twitter on at Double L WV. That's all one word, like DOUBLEL WV. And same for my Instagram. And I ain't really got a Facebook page. I just got a normal one. So like,
yeah.
I ain't a big like
no
promoter, to be fair, but yeah, man. That's it.
All right, dope, man. Well, this has been great. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, man, and you, man. Right. Thanks for having me.
No, it's all good. It's all good.